Isaac was old, his eyes were dim, and the time had come to pass on the blessing. So he called Esau his firstborn. "Go hunt game," he said. "Prepare a meal for me, that I may bless you before I die." But Rebekah was listening, and she remembered what God had said before the boys were even born. "The older shall serve the younger." She had watched Esau sell his birthright. She had grieved his foreign wives. She knew he was not the one, so she took action. She called Jacob. "Go, bring me 2 young goats," she said. "I'll prepare the food. You take it to your father and receive the blessing instead of your brother." Jacob hesitated, not because it was wrong, although it was, but because it might not work. "What if he touches me?" Jacob said. "I'll be exposed as a deceiver and bring a curse." But Rebekah said, "Let your curse be on me, my son. Only obey my voice." So Jacob did as she asked. He dressed in Esau's clothes, covered his arms with goat skins, carried the food to his father. And Isaac, blind and uncertain, asked, "Who are you, my son?" Jacob said, "I am Esau." And after questioning, smelling the garments and touching the fur, Isaac gave the blessing. "May God give you the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth. Let peoples serve you. Be lord over your brothers." The blessing of Abraham transferred. But it came through deception. Jacob wore a false identity, covered in goat skins, pretending to be someone he was not. A borrowed name, a borrowed strength. It was a lie. But even so, the blessing stuck. And the irony runs deep. The man who couldn't see was determined to bless the wrong son. Isaac's blindness was physical, but it pointed to something deeper. Like the leaders of Israel in Jesus' day, he favored the one with strength and status and missed the one God had chosen. He wanted to bless the flesh, but God had chosen the promise. The birthright had already been traded. Now the blessing was taken, the inheritance of promise and the declaration of power. Together they formed the covenant crown, and now Jacob wore it. Even through flawed means, God's purpose stood. "Before the twins were born," wrote Paul, "before they had done anything good or bad, the older would serve the younger, that God's purpose of election might continue." But that doesn't excuse Jacob's deceit. It exposes it, and it marks the beginning of his exile and discipline. He will flee, he will be deceived, he will wrestle with God, but he will also carry the promise. Because the covenant does not wait for perfect men. It moves forward through the ones who value it, who reach for it, even awkwardly, even wrongly. Meanwhile, Esau was left behind. He had the garments, the strength, the favor of his father, but not the promise. Like Jerusalem in the days of Jesus, he sought the kingdom, but not by faith. And when he begged for the blessing, it was too late.